Okay, I think this is working now. Hopefully, maybe. If not, then well, it is what it is. Okay, so welcome y'all. This is my stream of well, I'm playing a bunch of random Super Nintendo games. For a little while. It's been a while since I streamed, had things going on Yes, this is the Japanese version of Final Fight 2. Bought it for $10. I would have gotten the American one, but that one's like an arm and a leg. No joke. I'm gonna. No joke. Um, I spent over $100 on Final Fight 3 the American, right? And I said this before, but as good as the Final Fight series is, I don't think it quite is what what Streets of Rage will ultimately become. No. And the reason why is due to the Super Nintendo's limitations in regards to how many sprites on screen they could have, and basically how much activity could go on. And it is a little disheartening a little bit, just because, that we've had. I think, yeah. We've had games like Double Dragon, right? There were games like Double Dragon that had all these sprites on screen, but in arcades it slowed down, right? That was a bit of an issue. So I would suspect Nintendo learning from that, especially with shooters like R-Type and Radius. Those games were sprite heavy arcade games. They're sprite heavy arcade games, and Nintendo didn't learn from that. So we get a processor that's not quite up to par to what needs to be done in the future generation, in the future couple of years. There wasn't an extreme future proofing of a console, but they did things in other ways, such as allowing the system to operate with multiple processors in the screen, well, multiple processors, sub-processors in the cartridges. So it's not too bad. It's just a little disheartening. You know what? I'm gonna see if I even got the microphone on right. I should lower it down a little bit. There we go. Despite being a ninja, she doesn't do a lot of ninja things. Maybe that, but... Just to let you know, this is all on official hardware. No FPGA, no emulation. This is an actual Super Nintendo running. So, that's how I do things. Oh, damn. The only thing that's not official is the control I'm using. I'm actually using a PlayStation 3 control. I got a pardon me. The PlayStation 3 control is I got the 8-bit do Super Nintendo wireless adapter, and then with that I synced it up to a PlayStation 3 control, and it works pretty well. I don't notice any delay. I really wish Capcom would have actually how do I want to say this? I wish Capcom would have been more supportive of the Genesis, and because I could tell you right now, this game would have been much better. Visually, I don't know. I don't think so, but gameplay-wise, it would have been better. There would have been more sprites on screen. The characters would have moved faster. Chicken. Would he really eat a beef out of a barrel? Or that's the only combo you could do in the air. Ah. Like even the background would be a little bit more animated. Really getting ganged up like that? Get over there. You know, when the Game Boy Advance was well, when the Game Boy Advance started receiving certain Super Nintendo games as ports, I thought Capcom would do like the initiative and have like a Final Fight collection or something. They did come out with like a remake or an update of Final Fight 1 with the like refined gameplay and stuff, but but that was it. They didn't go beyond 1. It's probably because 2 and 3 weren't quite, how do I want to put this? Like this series was always compared to Streets of Rage, right? And the people that Sega used, Overworks, I think, to make Streets of Rage, they were just different. They were aiming for something. and I think Capcom just kind of made 2 as a way to try to you know capture or take advantage of that market or something. Because you play this, there's no specials, there's only one super, but I don't know, the gameplay in Streets of Rage 2 is much more refined than this. But that's not to say it's bad. It's just like there's so much more. I'm not sure if they're trying to play catch up or if they have some sort of obligation. Because if you play, you see how Maki plays in CVS 2. You know that. You know you could tell that that there's some inspiration to some of her moves from something. I was wondering, what was this game meant for something more? Really, just think about it. Was something taken out of this game? Oh, Hugo. I still bought this game regardless. It's worth playing. I would say that. All right, let's see. Is she almost 6 foot? How tall is she? 5? I'm gonna have to look at her stats, but if she's an average height for a woman, then these guys are really short. Alright, here we go. God. Really? Was there even an attack animation in that jump? You know, they ported Sonic over to the Super Nintendo, or some guy created a like an engine and used Sonic as the kind of, I guess, use Sonic as, like, I guess, the test, and I saw that he did a pretty good job. It's only the first level, and I was like, wow, so I guess Super Nintendo can be that fast. Whoa. Oh, really? Come on. Oh. Oh, please give me some chicken. One game that I'm surprised never got like like a proper sequel was Bad Dudes. Oh, chicken. Oh, yeah. There we go. Whew. And Bad Dudes like was pretty popular in the 80s, from what I recall. You know, I heard like some of the older kids at school talking about it. You know, oh, get over there. I hate when they just gang up on you like, oh, really? She's not. There's not even an attack animation at that jump. Yeah, Maki stretches her legs out. Really? All right. See, where did that guy come from? Out of nowhere. There should be better balancing in this game. Oh my god, look at how much damage that attack took. Finally, jeez. What's it, guys? That says, "Oh, my car." Oh, really? You know what I noticed? No enemies jump in. Ah, that hurt. I know I'm comparing this game a lot to Streets of Rage. It's just that Capcom is very talented. They could have made this game better. You know, and what this came out after Streets of Rage 2, I think. So they could have easily taken inspiration. Like how the first Streets of Rage took inspiration from the first Final Fight. The same could have been said for Final Fight. They could have said, all right, what can we do to make this game better? And we're talking about the Super Nintendo here. There's a lot of stuff that they could have done. The background's could have been a little bit more animated. You know, there's a lot of colors on screen, but look, but it's all the same character, right? The slight variations of the same character, of the same enemy bosses, of the same enemies. They all a lot of the enemies behave the same. It's not. You're not looking out for certain attack patterns or anything. You're just kind of like. You're just kind of like. Again. You're just beating up people. Really? Damn, you're just beating up people, you know, as they come. It's not like you're looking at enemy signals and you know that they can slide, so you're just trying to keep a certain distance away from them. Or you know, Donovan, he could uppercut you out of the air, so you don't want to jump towards him too often. Or even one of the karate guys. Oh, and there was Tempura there. So, you know, so I don't know, maybe they were on budget or something. But all the enemies you see here, they all kind of behave the same way. You know, that guy could like just grab you and squeeze you. But there's like two other guys that do the same thing. It needs more enemy variety. That's what I want to say. More enemy variety that have different attack patterns. That's one thing. Bosses also kind of fight the same. Well, at least the earlier ones. But once you get to the clown, then you know, it changes a little bit. Although they do solve a lot of the issues with on part 3. In part 3, they really did in part 3 they really did really they added like specials and supers and running attacks. So Capcom, the team that did 3 probably realized what to do, and they expanded upon it. And 3 is a lot more is a more enjoyable game. I'll probably stream that sometime later. But yeah, 3 is a more enjoyable game. Chocolate. But you know, there is one problem that plagues 3 that also plagues this one, and is the amount of enemies on screen. You know, they kind of give the enemies a bigger health bar in a way. Yeah, they give the enemies a bigger health bar to kind of make up for it, but in the end of the day, you know, it is the limitations of the Super Nintendo that prevent the game from being more than it could be. Not totally though. You got the electrical guy, you got Hugo's, you got the basic enemy dudes, you got the squeeze guys, and you got the chicks. And then you got the guys with the pole. How many? Was that 6 different enemies? No. Also, there's no mid-bosses. Huh. Yeah, all these 3 guys, they kind of fight the same. Well, you also got guys that throw Molotov cocktails in certain parts, so... alright, that's seven different enemies. There you go. I was just talking about them. I'm trying desperately not... doing everything possible not to get hit. Music. Oh god. Damn. You see? An enemy always had like that big jumping attack. Like every one of them has some big jumping attack. Really? So you try to get away and they won't let you. I'm just concentrating right now. Whoa. Oh. Come on, come on. Oh, alright. Alright, so I guess this boss fight's a little different. Oh, how did I jump backwards like that? There you go. Stay down. Stay down. Jesus. Sorry, let's just get my coffee. I'll tell you what I've done. I'll give you an example of something I would have done. In this stage, in this stage, I would have made the lights in the background blink, right? I will also have the enemies. See if it does it here. Also have the enemies jump down from the train that's up there on the top to show you that, oh, they're coming from everywhere, right? The door right there will open. All the enemies will like jump down from the train, and then you just like start fighting them. Then, if possible, I will start having the train tracks move. And you know, and then you just have to get out of the way with like of an oncoming train or a cart or something, right? Also, this is England. Why can't there be any British-based enemies? Like, have someone with a Jolly Roger, no, not Jolly Roger, a Union Jack. Oh, really now? I can't get. Oh wow, am I trapped? I'm trapped. Somehow the computer got much more difficult. Oh, really now? Get over there. You know, I might have already said this, but as a kid, I had a friend who was way into Nintendo, and like for years, he wanted a Super Nintendo, and he finally got one after he moved away. I remember I was writing letters to him, and he finally got a Super Nintendo, and then he'd like to invite me over someday so we could play, but you know, where he moved was kind of far away, and I, you know, kind of lost contact with him. But this guy, he was like the biggest Nintendo fanboy that I've ever known. You know, see, that part's cool right there. I don't jump. There you go. And I remember before the Super Nintendo even came out, he would talk about it all the time. How much forward he was looking to, how forward he was looking to, how much he was looking forward to playing Super Mario World. About this, that, or the other, like how I was gonna be able to do all this stuff. I don't know. He just kind of he basically turned me off to the system because of the way he was behaving. So yeah, so yeah, great. You know, later down the line, I would actually meet regular Nintendo fans that weren't as crazy. But it was like, it was a big turnoff. Like, oh my god, like I don't know. Like I would look at Super Mario World, and I wouldn't think anything special of it. It was just like, oh, it's just a prettier looking version of Super Mario. I'm really getting my ass kicked here. I think the Super Nintendo's mad at the fact that I'm like not giving it praise. You know, I didn't really start appreciating the system till like after what was it? Till after I got a job. There was this one guy at work who had a Super Nintendo as a kid. You know, I think we were just maybe 6 years removed from the 16-bit generation, and we were just talking about it, and you know, I bought a Game Boy Advance at that point, and I was looking at some of the titles, and I remember looking at Super Mario World, and I remember asking him like, asking my coworker like, yeah, is this game worth it? Like I don't know, I think it was like $30 at the time or something. Super Mario World on the Game Boy Advance. And he's telling me that, yeah, it's worth it. You know, you find all this different stuff. And, oh damn! You find all this different stuff, and there's like hidden levels, and you know, there's just so much to do. Yeah, you know, and I never liked Yoshi. I never liked Yoshi. I was always anti-Yoshi. I always thought he was like the stupidest thing that Nintendo have ever created. You know, and the reason why is because I would see the Super Mario World cartoon. I think there was maybe only like 12 episodes, 13 episodes. Some ridiculous low number. God. And I don't know who voiced Yoshi in that. Oh, I hate Atlas when. Oh God! And then they got the stupid clown. Jesus, hold on. Oh. All right. So, where was I at? So he was telling me all these things about how awesome that game is, and I should really give it a shot. Like it's worth a buy, right? And I start playing it, right? Like, all right, I bought it. I play it. Ouch. Oh boy. Okay, so and I liked it, and then he just start telling. He's telling me to look up just games, like just look up what other people say. And I remember playing. Uh, I remember playing. What was it? I remember playing Metroid on the NES at one of my friend's house, and liking that, you know. So I told. So I was like, all right, well, if that, you know, I thought that game was pretty good, right? I was like, okay, if Metroid is this good, you know, maybe there's something more to it, you know, maybe, you know, I, I'm, I'm being biased towards the Super Nintendo because of one friend. Although he was a good friend, he just kind of took things a little too far, right? So maybe I shouldn't be like that. Maybe I should see what they really have, right? There must have been a reason why Capcom decided to stick to Nintendo and stuff, right? And I don't know. I remember doing some research, and I decided to get, and I found that at the time the cheapest Super Nintendo. This was like, I want to say 2003. Yeah, around 2003 that I bought a used Super Nintendo off of eBay for like for a ridiculously low price, $20, and it's the one I'm using right now. It's what they call the Super Nintendo Junior. Damn it. That's what they call the Super Nintendo Junior. And, well, it was great. Like, I just started playing games on it. And I started buying. The first game I remember buying was Super Metroid. You know, because I kind of wanted to keep that thing going. And then after that, I bought Star Fox. Because, you know, I always thought of it as something like because when I first saw it played, it reminded me of Afterburner. I was like, okay, well, it's kind of like an Afterburner kind of game, but like with very, very old 3D. so I bought that. I wasn't any good at it at first. It took me a while, but you know, I was able to pull it off. Oh. Man. But playing you know, I don't know. At that time, the Super Nintendo games were cheap, and I was just buying Super Nintendo games like crazy. I remember the next game I bought was Ninja Warriors, and that would probably be my most favorite Super Nintendo game. Well, that and probably Super Metroid. Oh God. Damn, I feel old. But yeah, I got Ninja Warriors because it's one of those games I saw back in the day and really wanted to give it a shot, you know. Never. I'll probably play that one after this one. I wonder how far am I from the end. Oh, great. Look at that. Get over it. Jesus. They just keep coming. My wife is more into the Super Nintendo than I am. Ooh, chicken. I'll save that for later. Was that Rolento? Rolento comes out on the stage. Oh, really? Here, I'm gonna... Oh my god! I never even got a chance to eat the chicken. I wonder... Alright. Alright, screw it. Interestingly enough, when I met my friend that was this was probably in the mid 2000s, around the time I got a Super Nintendo for myself. What did I do? He was not the same person. Like, really? Damn. Really? Oh. This was in the mid 2000s. I remember, what was it? Alright. Okay, well, after he moved away, we kept in touch for a little while. And, you know, a few times we kept in touch. He would talk about his Super Nintendo, how awesome it is, and I was like, yeah, I kind of figured, but oh, really? Oh, we jumped from that far away. Come on. Oh. Anyway, so what happened? Oh god. Don't look at. Whoa. Oh jeez. Damn it, Rolento. I'm spending most of my time dodging grenades. Ah, a little bit more. It's an exploit. Oh my god. Look how much damage this... There, finally, Jesus. Anyway, this was in around the mid-2000s, shortly after I got my Super Nintendo. He finally moved back to the state. He moved to a different area, different state, and then he moved back. And he was trying to get into contact with me, but didn't know how. He somehow found my parents' number and got in touch that way. Oh damn. And so we set up a time where we could hang out, and and we just start talking, and his parents invited me to like a barbecue. And then we just started talking a little bit, and he didn't seem like himself. Like I was asking him, hey, so, how much did you like your Super Nintendo? It was great, He wasn't as enthused about it as I thought he would be. But after, I guess after he moved and changed schools, my suspicion is that he was kind of bullied, and it just kind of affected him kind of badly, right? And and I don't know, I was trying to get him to talk about like current games. I think he was a fan of CVS2. And we started talking about that, and I asked him, did he play any of the King of Fighters or anything like that? And yes, I heard about it, but I don't know, like this and that. And then his mom tells me like, yeah, he didn't have a good time after he left this state. That he had some problems here and there with with some of the other students and stuff. Oh man, that's kind of rough. It's kind of rough. And then after that, we just kind of lost touch again, and I don't know, we never spoke again. I've been trying to get in contact with him, but I don't know, I can't find him anywhere. When you're kids, though, I guess things are more exciting, and you're kind of, I could tell you right now that back then, video games were just that much more amazing. Like you look at these characters, you look at stuff like, oh, that's its own little world where all this stuff is taking place. And oh, look what I could do now in this video game. Or there's a sense of anticipation of what comes next. That, I guess with the age of the internet, that kind of got lost. You know, there's a sameness to how they make games nowadays. You know, it's really hard for me to find to find enjoyment in modern video games. Thus, I'm always going back to this. The last modern video game that that I liked was Armored Core 6. And the story in that, the mechs, the customization, I was all like giddy for the things that I was able to do. Look at that. Oh my god. They just surround you. These little goblins. Look at that. Shorties. Oh my god. You can't do anything. Oh. I would use that, but it takes life. Oh. Okay. There's something hidden behind the bushes. I don't know what I picked up. What did I just pick up? I couldn't tell because they smacked me right after I grabbed something. Trap them all up against the wall and just start smacking the hell out of them. Get out of there, get out of there. Sácase de aquí, sácase, sabe gordito. Ya, quédase ahí. Los grandulones, míralos. Y sabe cómo cuidarse la ropa. Mira los rodillas ya todos rotos. ¿Qué estás haciendo que se rompen los pantalones así? Yeah, there you go. See that? Oh my, they jumped from way far away. I would like to know what's the sprite totals on the Super Nintendo. It could pull out something like Gradius, so it should be something. Is this guy? It's a little guy. It's a free life. It gives you a free life. man. Okay. Let's see. Oh, 3 of these guys? Oh, this is so unfair. Another one. Please, come on. You stay over there. Oh, and see, there's no rhyme or reason for this. They just can't. They're sponges. They're just sponges. They're not. I wonder if anyone have developer. I wonder if they have any developer notes on this game. What's with the fat dudes? Alright, you know, they're kind of like the fat dudes in Streets of Rage. And how they attack. At least with the fat dudes in Streets of Rage, they breathe fire. These guys just have like... I don't know what they're called. Cattle prods? I just come out of stun, and that's what this guy does. Really? Really? Smack me out of there with a straight poke. That's... Trap everyone there and just start smacking the hell out of them. Oh, look at... oh my god. There we go. Everyone just... I'm almost at the end. I really want to beat the hell out of this guy. There we go. Like, just like that. Just like that. Hold on. Alright, I thought I heard something. Oh my god. Okay. There's Mount Fuji in the background. I wonder if the Japanese government knows that there's so many foreign gangsters in Japan right now. Like, well, in the game anyway. Ooh, yes. Oh my god, I was so close. At least you start from the section and not the beginning of the stage. Oh my god, look how much damage that flame takes. Alright, alright. No. Jesus. Oh my God. Really? Just out of stun animation, they go. All right. I see. God. A younger version of me would have laughed at this by now. I wonder if that barrel is keeping certain enemies away. Because usually there's 3. I'm guessing the sprite limitation on the Super Nintendo is taking effect. And it's not allowing for more enemies to jump in. Really? Retu. I'm pretty sure it's meant to say Retsu or something. Oh, bastard. I'll be honest, when the music changes like that, it just makes it makes the fight seem a lot more high stakes. come on. You're not gonna be able to beat me. You gotta be more careful with this guy. Yeah, I got one of those too. Oh, combos. All right, it's down to the wire now. Yeah! With the powerful kick, I knock him into the stratosphere. Oh. Save the sister. Yep, that's what I did. I saved the sister. Yeah, it looks like they're still wary of a lot of how do I put this? At this time, looking at these names, they don't make sense, right? Well, the reason why is because many Japanese companies that made games, they were afraid of their talent getting poached by by rival companies. That's why in a lot of early games back in the day, they would they have like weird names, like for example, Ryoko Kodama was known as Phoenix Ray. Yuji Naka was only given by his first name, Yuji, and all this other stuff. It was a thing that they didn't want to lose their talent. Nowadays, video game companies let go of their talent like it's no one's business, and that's why I have something of a that's why people don't want to be video game developers anymore, because they'll just get fired the moment the project's over. Which just sucks, you wanna get work, you wanna be recognized, but you also want to have a steady paycheck, and if it's not available, no one's gonna want to do that. Okay, what time is it? Let's play some Mario really quickly, no? Let's see. Do I have Mario here? All right. Yeah, these Super Mario World. Now, I got into an argument with a guy at work, and I told him that Super Mario World is probably the best, is better than Super Mario 3. And the only reason I say that is because this is pretty much the first Mario game I've ever played. There, let's I think my wife's is the one on top. I'll just get a new one. Welcome. This is Dinosaur Land. In this strange land, we find that Princess Toadstool is missing again. Looks like Bowser's at it again. There's a video on the internet by the game historian about how this game was created. I gotta tell you, they were basically learning the hardware as they were making this game. Just like that, you lose it. But yeah, God, I wanted to say something, but yeah, they were basically learning the hardware as they were making the game. Really? I'm not the best Mario player, can you guys tell? Oh. You know, I don't know why Nintendo was trying to keep the Super Nintendo a secret. There's a couple of reasons. I would say it's because well, this was released in 1990 in Japan and 1991 in the United States. In 1990, Super Mario Bros. 3 was released. And that I distinctly remember hearing about because of my friend that I was talking about earlier. And I wonder if that was his favorite game. Anyway, but the thing you gotta realize, you know, I'm broadcasting from the Los Angeles area. In this particular area, I don't know about other places, but in this particular area, there were a lot of places that specialize in import games, right? I gotta assume that Nintendo was well aware of this, but yet they still try to keep it a secret. I hate this guy. I'll be honest. I There you go. I missed it because of the stupid mole. So, anyway, we're talking about import gaming. I was talking to my brother's friend, like, no, I was talking to my brother not that long ago about how hard would it have been to just get a Super Famicom around here. Like let's say you know that this thing's out there. You read the gaming magazines, and they're reporting on it, right? Every gaming magazine is reporting on the Super Famicom, right? Ah, damn, I missed it. So how hard would it have been to actually just get one over here, right? He says it wasn't very hard. It really wasn't. All you really had to do was just know what stores carried them. Put it in order. Like if they didn't have any, just put it in order and you get it the following week. And that was it. Like within 1 week or something along those lines, you could get a Super Famicom. I do have to say that the Super Famicom definitely looks sleeker than the Super Nintendo. That's why I got that's why I went for a Super Nintendo Junior, or because it was there, like no joke. It looks sleeker. Okay. After this stage, guys, I'm gonna. Well, what do we have here? Huh. And what was I saying? Yeah. Uh, uh, I forgot my train of thought. I was busy. Huh. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. I gotta start making breakfast. I hope to catch you guys later. Prepare for a new video out today. How do I save this? Oh, all right. You know what? Okay. screw it. Let me pause. Here, where? I can't believe I've lost the remote control. Oh my god. Where to go? Where to go? Oh, there it is. Okay, guys. Talk to you later. I'll do something. So peace out. Take care. I'll be uploading a new video later today. Late